find that Tom has become so much more, when I say it's not in a bad way, but more reserved, because I feel like this is a lot, and I love what I'm doing. I really, really do, because I did not intend to put drag into gardening. I literally just there was nothing that was open when we were in the pandemic, and I literally thought, why didn't I just, use my allotment and the garden centre as like the backdrop for my drag, and just have a laugh and have Vogue-style photo shoots in the greenhouse. But that's what I mean. Because I had this little gardening community on my Instagram, I was like, I'm just going to post this because I just think it's funny and it's going to make people smile. And also, I kind of saw the gardening world as something that's a bit stiff and a bit kind of like, and I just thought, well, I'm a gardener. Wouldn't it be funny if I posted me in drag? Like, oh my God, didn't life change? So what I'm trying to get to is how the drag queen gardener sort of stuff happened is because there was some sort of like social media presence happening, and I was like, oh, okay. And then basically the RHS had invited me, they got in touch with me and they said, oh, can you come to it was called Hampton Court Palace a flower show press day. So it was a press day with press and stuff. At that point I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just there like, oh, okay, do you want me to turn up in drag? Like, what? Like, you want a drag queen at a flower show? That's ridiculous. And they were there like, well, actually, it's up to you if you want to come in drag. And I spoke to a few people who are in that sort of industry, because I was just, some gardener. Like, as in, why was I being invited to the RHS? And I remember I was on the taxi ride going there, and I was like in full drag, and I thought, what on earth am I doing? I'm so scared. I'm so scared. What am I walking into? Why am I doing this? A drag queen in the middle of the day going to a flower show. This is the most ridiculous thing on earth. And I was like, oh God. I was like, if anything, I'll just have a laugh of it. And do you know what? Like, my childhood, I didn't really have like a role model in terms of being like queer. Or, and I remember, if I'm really honest, I've never talked about this in terms of openly, but when I came out, in PE, I stood up for myself. I've always stood up for myself. But I was so scared.